Hello, my name is Stephen Marsden. I'm the Executive Chairman of Keyholder Funding Limited. This is my office in the Royal Liver building on the waterfront in Liverpool. We fund late-stage transitional oncology developments. We take them from proof in humans right the way through till commercialization. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more about how we do this and what we're funding. Keyholder Funding is the sister company of Keyholder Investments in the Isle of Man. Keyholder Investments is run by my business associate of over 20 years, Paul Feetham, who I hope you will meet at some stage. The projects that we finance are brought to us from a company called Longacre Funding Partners. Longacre is an association of some world-leading pharmacists, business people and lawyers. They search the market for late-stage transitional oncology projects that will change lives. In fact, they will save lives and radically alter the way in which cancer is treated. Our funding structure is unique in that we set up a special purpose vehicle for each project. That special purpose vehicle, we call an SPV, is based here in Liverpool. The SPV takes control over the assets of the developing company. That way, the asset value protects the investment of our investors. What I really want to do is tell you the wonderful things that 4 of our projects are now achieving. They are Diatec, Vaxicure, Vaxiel and Celex. Let me start with Diatec. Here's the problem. For 90% of patients who go for treatment for cancer, the treatment prescribed is still chemotherapy. Despite the fact there are immunotherapies and target therapies available, chemo is the largest prescribed type of treatment. The problem is that the method of choosing which chemo to use is what we call standard of care. It's based on statistics. So if you have, say, cancer of the stomach, statistics may say that a particular chemo will be effective in 50% of the time. That pays no regard to what your cancer is actually like and whether the individual cancer will respond to that chemo. Given that there are over 35 regularly prescribed chemos, and in combination, the doctors may have almost 100 choices to make, this hit and miss random way of prescribing chemotherapy is expensive, it's harmful to patients, and in perhaps 50% of the time, it has no benefit. Fortunately, that time is now over because a company called Perion in Nashville, Tennessee, have developed a technology that can tell whether or not a chemotherapy will be effective before it's given to the patient. The bottom line is that the doctor can send away a biopsy and within 72 hours can have a printout of all the combinations of chemotherapy available to him in the order in which they will be most effective, and can say to the patient, we are going to give you this treatment because we know it will work. This is game-changing. It might even say to the doctor that chemo is not the right way for that particular patient and save an otherwise damaging treatment. The second project that we're funding is called Vaxicure. This comes from that very highly respected bioscience company, Cato Life Science, based in North Carolina. Vaxicure is a polyclonal antibody stimulator, which we call PAS. But what it actually does is it stimulates the human immune system in a patient to remove a certain hormone called gastrin from the alimentary tract. Now that's a particularly harmless thing to do for the body. It's a deadly thing to do for certain cancers, because in that part of the body, cancers very often require gastrin 17 as an agent of growth, proliferation and sustainability. Remove that hormone, you turn a malignant cancer into a benign condition. I cannot overemphasize the importance of this new cutting-edge technology, where we can use the human immune system in a safe way to stop a cancer from growing. Our third very exciting project is called Vaxial. Vaxial is a Franco-Swiss government-funded project. We are now funding it through to commercialization, and we have taken control over the patents which form the assets. Now, the problem with many cancers is that the immune system does not recognize or is not able to kill the mutant cells that we call cancer. The way in which the cancer cell puts the immune system to sleep is what we call an immunosuppressant. What Vaxial have developed are immunosuppressant blockers, which allows the T cell to overcome and recognize when it's being turned off and switch itself back on. This is absolutely essential for treating the very, very aggressive cancers that many young people suffer from. The last product I want to tell you about is called Celex. This has come from Imperial College London, headed up by Professor Mustafa Jamgöz. Uniquely, Professor Mustafa Jamgöz is a dual-disciplined professor in both neurology and in oncology. It means he knows and understands and has written many papers about the way in which cancer cells in a tumour talk to each other using electrical impulses. What has been discovered is that if you stop those electrical impulses, you effectively stop the growth of the cancer. You even stop the formation of the cancer when you stop that happening with benign cells. What we like about this project is that to stop that communication, you use something that already exists. It's already available, it's already been tested, it's already proven to have no side effects, and it's available for the treatment of angina. What Mustafa and his team have done is they have repurposed the drug and taken worldwide patents on the repurposing. So we are now funding trials that we already know will work, will take us through phase 3, and this is another groundbreaking development.